What is going on, guys? Panther here bringing you our APA Season 7 already. Week 1 match against Elite Four Dan and the Chelsea Cloysters. Sorry, I had to pause on that one. Dan actually just rebranded from the Adelson Ampharos. He is now the Chelsea Cloysters. So if anybody has been watching my battle videos, it's not in the APA. You already know about Elite Four Dan. He's an awesome guy. He's the guy that actually makes all of our layouts, everything like that. So be sure to check him out if you have not already. I will be sure to leave the link to his YouTube in the description down below. He makes some great work, so be sure to hit him up if you're in need of a logo or layout or anything like that, for sure. Aside from that, Dan is an awesome battler, finishing last season at 9-3, losing a very close match to Jock in round 1 of the playoffs last season. He's consistently made the playoffs the last couple seasons, 2 or 3, past 3 seasons of the APA actually. So he's done quite well. So I was really nervous going into this, and blah. I was really nervous going into this battle, just because you can see the huge threats that he has on the other side of the field. So he has the Curum White, which is a monster. So let me explain that actually. So you see a Mega Lucario on our side and a Curum White on his. You're probably thinking, what is going on? What does this league allow? So Season 7 is a special season. We have chose to allow Ubers this season. So yeah, so we got Mega Lucario. If you haven't checked out my draft analysis video, what are you doing here? Be sure to go check that out before you let this video get any further. Be sure to check out Dan's as well. His draft analysis is up, along with his side of the battle. So anyways, let me go ahead and jump into the battle here before I waste too much of your time. So he has a very threatening team that really puts some offensive pressure on my team. So his team is very offensive, aside from the Melodic and potentially the Volky Tesarina. He does have an amazing offensive core with the Infernape, the Curum White, and then the Mega Aerodactyl. Just really breaks through what the other Mons can't. So going into this battle, I have a fully specially defensive Sylveon to help me deal with that Curum White. I have a fully defensive Garbodor. That's just because it didn't really need any offensive stats. It really helped me check the floor just well if you did choose to bring it, but I did bring this to stack Spikes and Toxic Spikes because I really want to wear down his offensive threats. I want to get my Toxic Spikes up. I want to make him pay for bringing in his offensive threats. That was my plan going into this. I have a defensive Landorus. That was really my only switching into the Mega Aerodactyl, so I really had to. I was forced to bring Landorus. I do have a Yachi Berry on it because I did think he would bring the Ice Fang. I have a defensive speedy Jellicent with Taunt. For the Melodic, I want to get the Taunt off on that thing so it can't recover off the damage from the Spikes and the T-Spikes. I have a Choice Scarf Zapdos, very offensive just in case anything gets out of hand. And then I have, of course, a Swords Dancing Mega Lucario. So we'll go ahead and jump into this battle. Like I said, my goal was to get up my Spikes and my T-Spikes pretty soon. So I go ahead and lead with Garbodor. He goes off and leads with Infernape there. So very good lead for us. We're able just to set up something here. Turn 1 as he U-turns out into the Mega Aerodactyl. So this is a threat. I don't want to catch an Earthquake. So I decide immediately to go into my defensive Landorus here. He makes a really good read. He accidentally has the Aqua Tail on here as opposed to the Ice Fang. He goes for that and unfortunately gets that missed turn too. So I really hate that for Dan. But as you can see, we've been able to live the next one anyways. Really want to get my rocks up. Like I said, I want a hazard stack here. So he pulls a double here. Knowing potentially we could Stone Edge next. I think he really just wants to get rid of the hazards here at this point. I actually switched out into my Zapdos, fearing another Aqua Tail actually. So he switches again, goes out into the Vegeta, predicting the Volt switch from me. I do not have that. I go for the U-turn. And I'm able to go out into my Sylveon because I just want to kind of scout and see what this thing is. I'm thinking maybe Choice Specs or something like that. There's Protect, no drawback play. This thing's not going to set up on me. If he wants to switch out, he can switch out and get somebody else some T-Spike damage. But I could just chip this thing down a little bit more. We see that he goes out into the Tesarina. Risky play here, but I do get up the Wish on the following turn and pass into my Jellicent to block the Rapid Spin. So good play there from us. If he wanted a Trop Kick there, I was okay with that. I could take it. I just want to prevent the Rapid Spin. So at this point, I really just want to prevent the Rapid Spin. Like I said, So I'm content with him doing whatever he wants to do here, because he's going to be forced to either spin again or bring something else in. So I do predict him to actually spin again. I go out into my England, the Garbodor here, to um, get up some spikes. So he actually doubled into melodic that turn as well. I'm okay staying in. I don't care if I get burned or anything like that. I just want to set up my spikes. I just want to continue to stack them. And so as you can see, we got a spike up. I don't really know why I switch out here. I should have gotten up another spike actually, but he goes out into his arena. I'm thinking he's probably pretty freaking out at this point because he knows he has to get rid of these T spikes and spikes, or else it's just gonna kill his team. So I got into my Jellicent there actually on the melodic, predicting the Scald. So great matchup here for us. We actually just recover here, I think. Yeah, we recover predicting the Trop Kick, thinking the poison was just going to take him out. Not the case. So he synthesis up. Good play on his part. And he's going to follow that up with another synthesis again here. While we Hex just going to try to keep this thing low. Because I want this thing going so my hazards are here to stay. So he switches out. We're going to get this Hex off on something here. If he wants to Trop Kick, he can Trop Kick. If he wants to, he can't Rapid Spin the stuff away. He doesn't have a choice here, so we're able to get that Hex off and keep Kieran nice and low. So we don't really know what he's going to do here. We're going to go out into our dedicated check to this, into the Sylveon. He goes for the Roost, so not a big deal here. I do predict him to switch out here, so I go ahead and fire off a Hyper Voice to get off some damage on whatever he wants to send in. So we are able to finally pick up a kill here, turn 16 against the Manectric, and get rid of that thing. So he does go back out into the Tizarena here. I protect, knowing he's probably going to spin. He spins. It obviously blocks a spin, and he dies to poison. So Sylveon putting in the finest here already. Our hazards are here to stay unless he has the defog on the Mega Arrow. So we're in pretty good shape here. So he goes up to the Infernape to force us out. We go out into my Jellicent because that is my counter to this thing. He U-turns out, making a good play there. But he's got to come in and take all this damage again with Kyurem. So you see how much damage that did. That did about half after everything. So I'm A-okay with that. He's forced to Roost back up. And now he's got to make another decision here because Sylveon gets another kill. So he stays in Earth Powers. I make a bit of a misplay here because I just wish. I shouldn't have wished there. I should have went ahead and just fired off the Hyper Voice, just doing some damage to something. But I protect here. He Roost, so bad play again there on our part. But we're back up at full, so now we can fire off a Hyper Voice. We're not going to misplay again. We're going to hurt something. So Melodic comes in. Melodic takes a lot of chip. It takes the Hyper Voice, and then it takes the poison and is knocked out. So having Melodic gone is really good. So now he goes out into Infernape. We're going to protect, see what this guy wants to do. I'm thinking he's Choice Scarfed at this point. So we see him go for the Gunk Shot. We know our Lucario can come in on this, and I'm almost positive that he is Choice Scarfed at this point. So we do see the Gunk Shot come off again. I'm thinking he is Scarfed 100%. But I'm also thinking, and I don't think I calced this, but I was like, man, my Bullet Punch kills. I was wrong. But he actually goes for the Mach Punch there, gets the crit. That doesn't matter. As you can see what happens next. And Infernape does go down on the following turn. So he does go down to the poison damage. We fire off another Bullet Punch there. And the Mega Aerodactyl decides to knock us out with the Aerial Ace, preventing the 6-0, unfortunately. So we go out into our Scarf Zapdos to revenge this thing. I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn out here, no matter what. I couldn't remember what Kieran was at, but yeah, the T-Bolt definitely didn't kill. Well, may have from there, actually, but I didn't want to risk it. Did not want to risk it at all. He just goes for the Draco Meteor, knowing it's over at this point, and we Hyper Voice to pick up that last kill. So very good 5-0 there to start the season. Great game to you, Dan. Always a great battle when we face you. But hey, we had to play you week 1 here. I know you'll bounce back next week. So looking forward to what you can do with the team this season. But really excited to pick up our first win of the season here and continue where we left off in season 6 with this team. And my goal really is just to have a lot of fun this season. I have a lot of cool mons that I'm really excited about using, like Landorus and Zapdos and Sylveon, Mega Lucario. Even though Lucario let me down just a bit there in that game. So it is what it is there, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. Be sure to check out Dan's channel in the description down below to see his side of the battle video. And until next time, guys, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.